Hey, I'd like to speak about how the most successful people gain their success. When most people look at them, they wonder how they achieved the heights they've achieved. And they think that it's almost impossible for the average person to achieve those heights. But I disagree, and it's quite wrong. Because the most successful people, they did not do this overnight. Even those who did this overnight, every single one of them did this in a way which got them to the success. And I'll explain that in a while, but let me give you an analogy of eating a plane. So, if I asked you if you could ever eat a plane, you'd think it's ridiculous. But you can do your own research and you'll be surprised that there's actually someone who has eaten an entire plane. There are people who've eaten glass. There are people, and that guy has eaten a plane. So, how did he do it? It's crazy, isn't it? But the way he did it is by taking that entire plane and breaking it down into smaller chunks, and by creating a powder of the objects of the train. So he took the entire train, he created smaller powder from it, and then he ate that powder, maybe with a meal, maybe on its own, little by little, and day by day, momentarily, he achieved his end goal, which is eating an entire plane. So that makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? And this is why I said this analogy in the first place. When we look at most successful people, we think that they've done it in some magical way, maybe, or maybe they got lucky and we won't be able to achieve the same heights. But we can actually achieve the same heights, and that is how the most successful people, have achieved it as well, by breaking their bigger goal into smaller chunks and momentarily achieving the smaller goals, then at the end reaching the bigger goal. So if you want success with business, you have to break it down into smaller goals. You have, sorry, you have to break it down into smaller goals, which, if you stay consistent in, will help you reach the bigger goal and the end goal. So do not lose hope, or do not think that anything is impossible just because it looks like it's a big deal in the long term. Sure, it might be a big deal in the long term, but if you break it down, if you set smaller goals and achieve it day by day, moment by moment, you'll be able to reach the height you always wanted to reach. That is it.